to bear the burdens that sometimes come living this thing called life. Am I wise enough to make the right decisions when I'm standing at the fork in the road? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone, and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God is, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God is, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. Will I have enough to do the things I need to do to take care of myself? Will I have the health of mind and body to live a life of grace and wholeness? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone, and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God is, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place. Where God you are the place. Moves and breathes and has we are the place where God shows up. I am the place.
In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am, letting fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only when I lose myself, when I feel I've lost my way, when I go inside and quiet my mind, I hear Spirit gently say, there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Love sets me free. There is only love.
I gladly walk across the desert with no shoes upon my feet to share with you the last bite of bread I had to eat. I would give heart's desire, you're sinking in. When all your hopes are sinking, let me show you what love means. Love can be lovely between your heart and mine. Love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Hey, don't you think it's time? I would whisper so loudly, every heart would understand that love and only love can join the tribes of man. I would give my heart's desire so that you might see. The first step is to realize that it all begins with you and me. To build a bridge between your heart and mine. Love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Hey, don't you think it's time? Yeah. Yes, don't you think it's time? And when we stand together, it's our finest hour. We can do anything, yes, anything. When you believe in the power to build a bridge between your heart and mine. Oh, love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Hey, don't you think it's time? Yes, love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. Say love can build a bridge. Hey, don't you think it's time? Don't you think that it's time? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Oh, love build a bridge. Yes, it can. Yes, it can. Love can build a bridge. Oh, yeah. Love can build a bridge. Ooh.
Wow. Please give it up one more time for the incomparable Willis White. Love can build a bridge. A bridge is something that connects you and connects me. A bridge is something that we can step upon when we are on opposite sides of the bank, yet meet in the middle and have dialogue and create real change. And I don't know about you, but I think love is exactly what we need in this world, in this moment, in this right here, in this right now. There is too much division in our world, and we must find a way to come together. And the only way we come together is by meeting on that proverbial bridge. And so before we get started this morning, I want to just extend love to this nation, to this president, to all people suffering from this virus, to all people suffering from their own emotional virus or mental virus or physical virus. I want you to know that wherever you are today, I will build a bridge and I will come to you. And I invite you, as I'm building my bridge, that you build your own very bridge and you come to me, because we must come together in this moment at this time. So I invite you, if it's comfortable for you, to simply relax into your seat and allow your mind to be free and to vibrate at the frequency of love. And move at the speed of purpose. And know in the knowing of now. For the same Spirit that guides you is the same Spirit that guides me. One Spirit, one presence, one power, one principle, one truth, one God, or whatever name you choose to call it today. There are many paths, but there is only one love, one divine, one Spirit. So knowing that there is many paths, please don't even believe that you can walk someone else's journey with them. You can walk it with them, but you can't walk it for them. And so what I am seeing in this world is that so many of us think that we know the right path. And we are alienating all those who choose not to walk it with us, for us, as us, through us. I'm here to tell you that we can come together and we can head in the right direction. We don't have to be on the same path. We just have to be on the same journey. And the journey today is to find the one power, the one presence, the one truth, the one faith, the one principle, the one love, the one strength, the one courage, the oneness that is you and the oneness that is me. And I think we have to do this fearlessly. Because I believe it is fear that is dividing us. I believe that it is fear that is keeping us at opposite ends of the banks and not coming together on the bridge. I choose not to be fearful anymore. I am a fearless being. I am a fearless spiritual being with human complications, but these human complications do not define me. They are merely just other obstacles along my way. I am fearless. Can you say that with me? I am fearless. Say it again. I am fearless, grounded in my divinity and my fearless living authenticity. In the past, I may have hidden under an inner light, afraid to be myself. I may have tried to please others by conforming to someone else's ideas of who I was supposed to be. I may have shrunk from an aspiration, fearing that I would fail the pursuit of my goal. I may have doubted my divine perfection. I may have lost the fact that my core is spiritual beingness. I may have identified with perceived flaws and untruths about me, but I know who I am. I am fearless love. I am fearless light. I am fearless spirit. I am divine. And it is in that knowing and through that power that I move throughout this day. It is within that knowing and within that power that I greet you, and I expect you to greet me on the bridge. Because Willis said it best. Love can build a bridge. Love can build a bridge. Today I make a choice to choose to live fearlessly. drawing upon my power of faith to believe in myself, drawing upon my power of imagination to envision my best life, and to drawing upon the power of understanding and knowing my divinity. Bold and brave, I am fearless as I live my life authentically, pursuing my dreams and expressing my divine nature. I am grounded in divinity. Fearlessly, I live authentically. I am grounded in my divinity. Fearlessly, I live authentically. I am grounded in my divinity. Fearlessly, I live authentically. In every moment. When I'm at the top of the mountain or when I'm in the lowest valley, when it seems that the brightness of day is overwhelming and maybe even hurting my eyes, or when I have to squint and I just can't see the next step because it's so dark. When the night has come and my world is dark, and I don't know about you, but if I am grounded in divinity, I know that there's always a power that moves through me. And so I call upon that power because I know no matter where I am, no matter who I'm with, no matter what I'm doing, no matter what I'm facing, my God, my spirit, my love, my light, my hope will always stand by me. Feel free to sing along if you know the words.
Yeah. When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see, no, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. Now if that sky that we look upon, oh, should tumble and fall, oh, the mountains should crumble to the sea. Yeah, I won't cry, no, I won't shed one tear, just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. Yeah. Just so long, yeah, yeah. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand now. Stand by me. Stand by me. Whenever you're in trouble, won't you stand by me? Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand now. Yeah, stand by me. Come on, stand by me. Yeah.
Well, good morning. Thank you so much, Willis. It is always a pleasure. Thank you. Thank you for allowing God to express through you vocally. Oh man, it is. Speechless, and that never happens. Well, good morning again. Good morning to you. Good morning, Unity in Southeast. How are we this morning? Good. I'm so glad to see so many masked faces this morning. In case you didn't know, those of you watching online, we are open. We are open. And we have lots of seats available for you with social distancing in place. You see me in my mask. We have temperature checks happening at the door. If you are feeling called, this is a safe place to be. For those of you watching us online and our various platforms, welcome to our space. We are so glad that you chose to spend this time with us this morning. We believe there are no coincidences, only divine entities, and we are glad that the divine sent you this way. If you are on virtual or you're in the sanctuary, we invite you to check in on Facebook so that you can stay abreast of all of the happenings here at Unity in Southeast. We do have just a few announcements for you this morning. Again, we are open. 50% is our capacity. Social distancing in place, temperature checks, and masks are required. We also have our 9:30 a.m. Metaphysical Bible Study series on Sundays. If you are interested, please reach out to us, and we'll be sure to get you the information on how to attend that. If you are looking for connection, because we know right now in this time of lots of isolation, sheltering in place, trying to just stay safe, we are missing that human touch. So if you are looking for connection, we offer that to you on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Mondays and Thursdays at 10 a.m. via Zoom call, Wednesdays via prayer at 6 p.m., not 6 a.m., 6 p.m. And then lastly, on Saturdays, we have yoga at 10 a.m. and 9 a.m. right here at the facility. So please, if you are interested and you're feeling so led, come out and join us. Let us prepare our hearts for our affirmations and our mission statements. If you could stand. If you are watching us virtually, the words are on the monitor. Please say them out. Give the universe your voice. We'll start with our affirmation. God in me is love. God in you is love. We are one as love. And our vision? We are a community of love that prays, serves, connects, celebrates, and lives as our truth. And our mission? To provide a safe community that discovers and reinforces truth teachings and the I am presence within. And lastly, but certainly not least, our core values, what Unity in Southeast in Kansas City has come to be. Love, abundance, spiritually grounded, radically inclusive, and of service. Please take this time to prepare for meditation.
I dreamed of rain and the rains came, soft and easy, sweet and clear. I prayed for rain and the rain came, and peace spread over the land. I dreamed of rain and the rains came, soft and easy, sweet and clear. I dreamed of rain and the rains came, and peace spread over the land. And the flowers bloom in the desert, and the air was fresh and clear. I dreamed of rain and the rains came, and peace spread over the land.
I dreamed of rain. I dreamed of rain. I dreamed of rain. In this moment, I invite you to simply dream of rain. And allow the rain to come in and wash away any worry. Allow the rain to come in and wash away any concern. Wash away any doubt, and to just clear and fertilize your own field of flowers. And allow yourself to be hydrated and to be blessed by the rain again. In this moment, I invite the rain to wash out any drought that is in my life. In this moment, I invite the rain to wash away any stain that I've been holding on to. In this moment, I ask the rain to wash away any lack that I may be experiencing. I dreamed of rain, and the rain came. So I invite you to simply breathe in and allow your mind, your soul, your body to be washed by the beauty that is the divine. By the divine idea that will give you every idea you need to make it through this right now moment and come out on the other side. Breathing in the rain and allowing it to wash everything away. Clearing your mind of it all, forgetting about what used to be and forgetting about what's yet to come, and simply landing right here, right now, knowing that this moment, this time, this space is enough. Letting go. Going deeper, because the deeper you go, the better it feels, and the better it feels, the deeper you will go. As you spend time remembering all that matters and returning to who you are, and spending time in the silence. I dreamed of rain. I dreamed of love. I dreamed of light. And rain and love and light filled my world. And it felt to me as if it was heaven. I dreamed of rain, I dreamed of love, I dreamed of light, and it filled my world, and it felt like heaven.
I dreamed of heaven and the earth sang. The sound was easy and the song was clear. I dreamed of heaven and the earth sang, and peace swept over the land. And the ancient pain is forgotten, and the Father's debts are clear. I dreamed of heaven and the earth sang, and peace spread over the land.
And peace spread over the land. Now, I love this song. The song was written by Jan Garrett. She is a New Thought musician, but she didn't know she was a New Thought musician until after she wrote this song. You see, Jan was in the midst. She was living in Estes Park in Colorado, and this was 2003, and there were fires burning throughout the West, similar to it is today. Houses were being burned, and people were being moved, and smoke filled the air. And all she could pray was, not my house, not my neighborhood, not close to me. And she sat on her front porch and she prayed and she prayed and she prayed. But it felt like nothing was changing. The fire was getting so close. The smoke was filling her lungs. But she decided to let go and let God. And she said that night she went to bed and she dreamed of rain. She dreamed that it was coming in so hard and cleaning up the fires and removing all the smoke and filling and bringing new life to the air. And so the following morning she sat down with J.D. Martin, who was her husband, and they wrote the song, I Dreamed of Rain. And she said they were sitting in the parlor where they were playing, and they kept playing it over and over and over, and she kept thinking, well, I've got to figure out how to make this rhyme. I dreamed of rain, and the rain came. What can I think of that rhymes with that? And they were challenged, and and finally she said, maybe it doesn't have to rhyme. If rain came to this town today, what would it do? It would clear the air. It would clear the land, and it would bring me peace. And so that's why you hear her say, I dreamed of rain, and the rain came, and peace spread over the land. Because it wasn't just her peace, it was the peace of her neighbors, the peace of the people that lived down the street, the peace of our nation. And so I invite you today to dream of rain. They finished the song, and her husband said, we've been working on this for 4.5 hours. Can we take a break? And she said, it's not right yet. I want to sing it one more time. And her husband said, well, you've been singing it so many times this morning, you've lost the oomph, you've lost the zest. Make it sound real. So let's just go into the breakfast nook and have some tea. And they went into the breakfast nook and they sat, and they were no longer singing, they were no longer thinking, they were simply connecting with one another. And she decided to change one line in the song, and she said, I know what it is. And she started humming, and it was interrupted by these drops of rain falling on the top of the house. And then they heard thunder. And the water and the rain came in like never before. And she said, we sat in our living room for almost 6 hours singing the song on repeat as the rain came tumbling down, and the rain came tumbling down as tears filled her heart and filled her mind. And she realized that she had to dream of rain, she had to dream of love, she had to dream of light. And when she ultimately dreamed, heaven is what came to earth. And the flowers bloomed in the desert, and the air was fresh and clear. I dreamed of rain, and the rain came, and peace spread over the land. What happens when we incessantly go in prayer? What happens when we allow every thought, every idea, every intention to simply be a prayer for what we want, what we need, what we deserve, what is supposed to be filling our life? What happens when we ask and we seek and we knock? I believe that when we ask and we seek and we knock, we ultimately get to that space where we have to make the decision, and we have to blow through any obstacle that blocks our way. And we know that there is a power and a presence that can unlock and open any door. But I don't know about you. When I get to a door, before I go to the other side, I want to know if there's something there waiting for me, so I may just knock. So I invite you to allow the sounds of Willis White to help you knock on heaven's door.
Yeah. Mama, take this badge off of me. I can't use it anymore. It's getting dark, so dark here, and I feel like knocking on heaven's door. Oh yeah, knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Said I feel like knocking, knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Oh yeah. Hey, knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Oh, yeah. Said I'm knocking, knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Oh, yeah. Mama put my guns in the ground, 'cause I can't shoot them anymore. There's a big cloud hanging around. Hey, so I feel like knocking on heaven's door. Knocking on heaven's door. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, knocking, knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Yeah, standing here knocking on heaven's door. Mama, take this badge from me. I can't use it anymore. Yeah, knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.
Sing with us.
Oh, say it with me. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Yes, said I'm knocking, knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.
Willis White. Willis White. I think we should just do like a 13-week residency where you just come in every week for 13 weeks. I think I'd be okay with that. We can have Soul Sunday, Gospel Sunday, Broadway Sunday, Country Sunday, because we know there is nothing that Willis White can't do. When we hear about unlimited potential, when we hear about unlimited possibilities, we think about Willis White. I'm here to tell you that that is his gift. My question is, what is yours? Because each and every single one of us has the voice of an angel or has the imagination of a Disney professional or has the accounting skills of a I don't know what an accounting. I was really like doing a great job there. I was headed in the right direction. I was knocking on the right door, but nobody was home. The title of our service today is Knock. Knocking on heaven's door. So I say to you, ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be open. So I say to you, ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be open. Ask, seek, knock. You see, I've always looked at the scripture and I've thought, man, that's just 3 ways of prayer for me. Sometimes I ask and sometimes I seek and sometimes I got to knock. You see, because I look at it kind of like going through the schooling system. I think that asking is like elementary prayer. We ask for what we want, and it either comes or doesn't come, and really it takes no effort from us. We just ask and we hope that it becomes. But then what happens is as we build upon that elementary prayer, we move into middle school, and we realize that sometimes we have to ask, but other times we have to ask, and then we have to seek. You see, sometimes it's not just going to come to us. Sometimes we have to go after it. Sometimes we have to go deep. Sometimes we have to go within. Sometimes we have to seek our truth. We have to seek our knowing and seek all that is before we realize that the prayer that we are trying to get answered has already been answered. We just couldn't see it. And so sometimes we have to seek at that middle school level. But I think asking and seeking are great, but it's when we move to that high school or that college level and we start to knock. We start to knock for our prayers. We start to decide that, you know what, I see that the door is closed, but I know that I'm going through, so I'm going to knock first because that's the right thing to do. But even if someone doesn't open it for me, I know that there is a power that is within me that will open any door. Inside me is a key that will turn any lock. It is the divine spirit, it is the divine love, it is the divine idea, it is divine strength, it is divine faith, it is divine comfort, it is divine knowing, and I have it, and it's mine, and it sits on the end of my keychain. And I know that at any point I can knock, and if the door doesn't open, I simply slip in the key, which is the divine, the spirit, the love, the light that guides me, the power that is always at hand within me. And I can move into that power, and I can claim and go where no human has gone before, because spirit can move through any door, any wall, in any house, over any mountain, and through any canyon. So today I will ask, today I will seek, but you know what? When those 2 things don't work, I will be knocking. And when I knock, I'll be knocking on heaven's door, because heaven is perfection waiting to be manifest and expressed within me. Heaven is perfection and spiritual expression that is waiting to be manifest through me. I am the light. I am the truth. I am the way. But every once in a while, I got to knock. So my question is, what are you knocking for today? What is it that you are knocking for today? And see, here's the thing. I find that I'm as guilty as the rest of you guys, because if I can ask and be done with it, amen, I'm done. If I can ask and maybe have to seek a little, great, I can do that, I'm done. But what causes me to knock? What causes me to knock is my question. Luke 11, 5 through 8 states this. And he said to them, suppose that one of you has a friend, and you go to them at midnight and say, friend, lend me 3 loaves of bread, because a friend of mine is on a journey and has come to me, and I have nothing to offer him. Your friend may answer, don't bother me. The door is already locked. My children have already gone to bed. I can't get up and get you anything. I tell you, even though your friend will not get up or give you anything simply by the persistence of your ask, by the fact that you chose to seek him out, and by the fact that you came and you knocked on his door, he will give you the loaves of bread to feed yourself, feed your family, and feed your friend. But sometimes it's more than asking. Sometimes it's more than seeking. Sometimes even if it's at the dead of night. And I find it interesting that the Scripture used midnight, because I'm telling you here, when I knock, it's normally in my darkest hour too. It's normally not when everything is in the light of day and everything seems to be doing great and butterflies are flying and I can see the quality of the flowers and I can smell them. It's at the night when I can't see straight. I don't know where I'm at. I don't know where I'm going. That's when I start knocking. In the dead of night at midnight. And what I know is that there is a friend, there is a spirit, there is this divine power within me. Some call it God, some call it Buddha, some call it Allah, some call it Baha'u'llah, some call it energy, some call it light, some call it love. I don't care what you call it, as long as you know it is there and it is not just a part of you. It is the essence of you. It is the allness of you. It is the truth of you. It is what will open every single door. Here's my thing. How many of you guys have ever gone to a door and wanted to get inside and that's all you did? Have you ever seen someone walk to a door and go, never happens. It's always. Here's the thing. When we knock, oftentimes it's a knock, 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 knock. And what I have found in my own interpretation is sometimes I have to knock and knock and knock. And as long as I know that somebody's home, and I always know that somebody's home, I will continue to knock until the door opens or until I feel it's time to walk in. And what I've noticed also is this. The knocks are valuable. You see, it doesn't happen immediately. It doesn't happen on the first knock. Sometimes I have to knock and wait, and nobody shows up, and I knock again, and I wait, and no one shows up, and I ring the doorbell, and I knock again, and sometimes I get tired, and I start kicking the door open that it's louder, and they'll hear it, and I get frustrated, but then I knock again, but ultimately somebody always answers. And what I have found is it's in that time between the first knock and the last knock that the door opens that I learn the most about myself. Am I being patient? Am I being anxious? Am I being forceful? Am I at peace? Am I at calm? Do I know that I know that I know that this door is going to open? It's just a matter of time, and I don't need to get frazzled about it. Because I don't know about you, sometimes I get frazzled. Sometimes I get frustrated. Sometimes I get angry. Sometimes I lose my way. But that's a moment that I can stop and say, what am I knocking on today? Is this leading me? Is this attitude, is this emotion leading me to heaven's door? Because if it's not a door I want to knock on today. I want to only knock on heaven's door. I want to knock on heaven's door every morning, every afternoon, every evening, and every night. And I'm here to tell you that there are a lot of doors that are simply not for me. See, and that's where prayer gets tricky, because sometimes we pray and we know that we know that we know what we want. And there is this door and it's saying, sorry, I am not the door for you. So knock all you will. And if you try to force me open or force me closed, if it's not opening, it's not heaven's door. If it's not opening, it's not heaven's door. When I pray, I don't know about you, but I'm going to give you a tool that I use, and if you decide to use it too, go right ahead. I'm going to plate it up for you. You decide whether you're going to consume it or not. When I pray, I always end my prayers with this or something better. This or something better, because I'm telling you what, I'm looking back, and I had some things that I prayed for that I am so thankful I did not get. But see, there's this one presence and this one power that's always working for my good. If it is good, it is on its way. And I often say from this platform, in the end, it will be good. So if it's not good, it's not the end yet. So I encourage you to ask, to seek, to knock, and to know your truth. And to know that in this moment, at this time, that knocking normally for me comes in one of three ways. And comes at one of three times, and that's desperation, persistence, and expectation. What I find is when I'm feeling desperate, and mark my words, feeling desperate. Because desperate is a feeling that we humans put on ourselves. It's not a spiritual quality. But sometimes when I feel desperate, please, God, please, sweet Spirit, This is so important to me. Just give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Mine, 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 mine. I want it, I want it. I become this 3-year-old little child that has to have, not knowing that mommy and daddy are keeping it away from me simply because it's not mine to have yet. Or maybe it's not mine to have at all. So in desperation, oftentimes I find that we start knocking because we ask, it doesn't work. We seek, it doesn't work. So now we knock. But what I was telling you earlier about the knock, it takes persistence. We have to keep knocking and keep knocking and keep knocking. And I'm telling you what, I don't know about you. The only reason why I keep knocking is because I know something's going to change. And that leads me to expectation. Do not go into prayer without already expecting it to manifest itself, this or something better. When you ask for something, ask for it in faith, ask for it in knowing, and ask for it as if you already know it's yours. You got to mean it. You got to own it. You got to live it. You got to want it. You got to desire it, and then you have to be it. 2 years ago on my birthday, September 15th, I was sitting at my house, and the phone rang, and I found out that our dear Cherie had fallen at Unity Temple. She had taken a tumble down the stairs and ended up at the hospital. And I decided to go visit her. And I was sitting bedside as she came out of surgery. And I said, Cherie, so glad you're here. And she said, why? I said, because now we can pray. And she looked at me and she said, great, what is it that I can pray for you with? She thought I was talking about praying for me. I was thinking about praying for her. And I said, well, Cherie, I'd like to pray for you. And she says, there's nothing that you can pray for. I got it all, Randy. Yes, I got it all. But she said the power of prayer is more than just words. It's intention. It's knowing. And I remember her saying that they told me that I'm going to have to use a cane or I'm going to have to use a walker. And she said, but not for long. Because I will be walking before you know it. And I remember it wasn't but a few months later, you came walking up the steps at Unity Southeast, and I was standing at this platform, and I thought to myself, no way can it be her. And she said, look at me, I'm walking without my cane, I'm walking without my walker. As a matter of fact, I walked down steps today, and I said, praise God. Because you knew that you knew that you knew that you were going to be walking again, did you not? Did you pray to walk, or did you pray that it would happen in its right and perfect time? Did you pray that it would happen right now? Did you say, this is my destiny, and this is what I'm going after? Did you simply ask, or did you ask, seek, and knock, and do everything in your power to bust down the door that was blocking you from your destiny? She surrendered. And sometimes that's the best way to knock. Sometimes that's the best way to knock. Sometimes we simply stand there and the door opens itself. Or sometimes we surrender and we realize there was never a door. That it was something we created, something we put locks on, something we put to block our way. And when we surrender, we realize we don't need a key, we are the key. When we surrender, we realize that the only door that's blocking us is the door that we've created within ourselves. And so I'm going to add this to your lesson today. Sometimes you have to ask. Sometimes you have to seek. Sometimes you have to knock. And when all of that doesn't work, surrender and realize that there is no door. You are always standing in front of heaven. You are always standing in heaven. There's no need to knock on heaven's door when you realize heaven is you. Heaven is all around you. Heaven is in you. Heaven is outside of you. Heaven is upon you. Heaven is making its way not to you, but through you. See, some of us haven't got there yet. So if you haven't got there yet, keep asking, keep seeking, keep knocking. When you get to that moment that you can surrender, and I'm so glad you brought that into service today. That's when everything opens up to you. That's when everything, every possibility. I am an unlimited spirit in a limited human world. I am an unlimited spirit in a limited human world. And guess who limits it? Me. you, us. What if we just surrendered, grounded in our divinity, and fearlessly lived authentically? What if we realized that desperation, persistence, and expectation were human limitations on a spiritual goodness and a spiritual God, that if we need them, and I need them on a daily basis, but sometimes once I realize that I've gone past that point, gone past that point, and peace spreads over my land. I dreamed of rain because I am the rain. I dreamed of rain because I am the rain. And if you've forgotten that you are the rain, I encourage you to stand by me. Because I don't care where you're at, love will build a bridge and I will find you. Just call out my name. Just call out my name. Because I can't think of anything better than to stand at the doorway of heaven with you and knock until we get in. I can't think of anything better than to stand next to you and realize together there is no door, and we simply walk through into the blessing and the knowing of who we are and whose we are. I invite you, if it's comfortable for you, to turn within. Close your eyes. Say these words with me. I am the place where God shows up. Say it again and mean it. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God shows up. Who are you? I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God shows up. Now I want you to say one more thing. Thank you, God, for everything. Thank you, God, for everything. If I am the place where God shows up and I thank God for everything, who am I thanking? The God within. What if we lived our life that way? What if every challenge we were able just to simply say, I'm the place where God shows up. So what am I to do in this moment? Through every struggle, we know that we are the place where God shows up. So what do we do in this struggle? We started the service off today by blessing our nation, blessing our president, blessing all people. I'd like to end this service by blessing ourselves. Because it's so easy to look outside ourselves and find blessings, but sometimes the most difficult place to locate them is to remember that they are all ruminating from within. I am the place where God shows up. Thank you, God, for everything. Let that sink in. Just let that sink in. I invite you to close your eyes and allow the energy just to brew up within you. To know that right now, God is in this room. God is manifesting as you. God is manifesting as me. We are so connected right here, right now, in this moment. God is the nearness of air. So find calm, find peace, find understanding. Let go of doubt. Let go of fear. Let go of frustration. Know that you are safe right here, right now. You are safe right now. Because you are at Unity Southeast in Kansas City, a place where God always shows up, a place where we live and we serve and we connect and we celebrate in, through, and as truth. And so it is, and so we let it be. Amen. Once again, give it up for Willis White. And all of this wouldn't be possible without sound, so give it up for Nia Horton. And if you like what you heard here today and you're thinking, man, I just did not get enough, or I wish so-and-so would have been here to see this, Willis will be back on the 18th of this month, so 2 weeks. So know that we are still doing social distancing, so if you're planning on coming, and you can let me know ahead of time, I can make sure there's a seat for you. If you don't let me know, there'll probably still be a seat. It looks like we have some empty ones, but I love the fact that we are so socially distanced today, and we're being so respectful for one another, and I appreciate that. So if this is your first time at Unity Southeast, or if it's been a long time and you just haven't been back, I welcome you here today. It is amazing how Spirit shows up in our life, and sometimes when we knock on heaven's door, we don't know who's going to answer. You see, I was saying to myself yesterday, you know what, I got 2 guys coming that are going to be brand new, that are going to be helping with the pantry. I hope we have enough for them to do. I hope that we have enough to give away. And then my phone rang. And this voice was on the other line, and he said, hello, how are you doing? I was in London for a long time, and now I'm back in Kansas City, but I used to go to your church. My name is Gideon. And Gideon said, I'm at the city market. What can I bring to the church today for tomorrow? And so he collected some things, and I was expecting him to show up with a shopping bag and walk in and say, here you go. And he says, no, I've got boxes and boxes in the car. I was here yesterday working on the sound, and there was a knock on the door, and a good friend of mine, someone that I love and someone that I honor and someone who seems to just show up at Unity Southeast at all the right times, Rodney, showed up and said, how you doing, Rev? Hey, what's going on? This is what's happening in my life. And we started sharing about what was happening with us and what was going on. And he says, it's been a while since I've been in, but I'm going to be back. So I'm so glad to see you today. After we met yesterday, I asked that you be blessed. I went deep within and I connected with Spirit, and I said, I hope he knows how much he is loved. I hope he knows how much he is appreciated. I hope he knows that it always gets better. I hope he knows that everything he is praying for, it's on his way, this or something better. And I'm here to tell you that something better is on its way to you. This or something better, it's on its way. And you know what? Forget this, it's on its way. It's already here. It's already here. It's already here. Roger said to me yesterday, he said, you know what, Rev? And I still don't know what it meant, but I had to say, I just agreed with him at some point. He says, you know what? If you want to live 100 years, live in the daylight. If you want to live 1,000 years, live in the darkness. And I thought, I don't know what that means. But you know what it did? It stopped me in my tracks. It made me go within and try to find meaning in something that for him had meaning. And I think about our nation. I think about this vote that's coming up in the future. And I know this, whatever it is to be, if I'm to make understanding of it, it isn't because someone else explains it to me. It's because I find my truth within. So please, 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 please do not let whatever happens in the next 30 to 35 days control the peace, control the light, control the love. And no matter what happens, if there is thunder on the 3rd of November, regardless of what side you're on, if there is thunder and lightning, know that with the thunder and lightning come the rain. And haven't we been dreaming about rain? So bring it on. Say that with me. Bring it on. Bring it on. All right. Thank you for coming today. If this is your first service, we appreciate you. We love you. We bless you. And we do that simply by rubbing our hands together and finding the divinity within us. As we find someone in the room that may be here for the first time or someone who may just need it, and we say these words: we love you. We bless you. We appreciate you. And we behold the Christ in you. It is that time in our service that I remind you and I remind all those people that are walking in line, we do not do this alone. So I am going to encourage you today to figure out what is mine to do, what is mine to give. And you can give of your talent, you can give of your treasure, or you can give of your time. I don't care where you are watching from, whether it is Tanzania or Paris, France, or I know that there's a community watching us this Sunday from Estes Park, Colorado, which is why I mentioned Jan Garrett. And so I just want to say thank you, welcome for watching us today, and we appreciate you joining us. But I want to let you know that no matter where you are in the world, you can give of your time to this church, you can give of your talent to this church, and you can give of your treasure. So I'm going to invite you to do that and do it generously, because you cannot outgive the Spirit of love, the Spirit of light, the Spirit of God, the Spirit of truth. I appreciate you guys. These two gentlemen came to yoga yesterday, and we started talking about the pantry, and they said, you know what? We'd love to come help with that. And one of them said it. The other one said, he says, I'm picking you up, so you're going. So that's how we got two today. But I appreciate you deciding to give of your time and to show up and to be with us today. Hopefully you got something out of it as well, because I know that we are inlets and outlets of the good and the grace that is God, that is love, that is energy, that is truth. So before you leave today, it is my honor to leave you with this message. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. Thank you, God. I can see Gideon, you want to say something? Okay. I could see you looking at me, looking at you, looking at me, and so I thought, okay.
I just want to thank all of you. I've been a member here for a long time, the early 20s. Brother Jackson, Sister Gloria Horn, Frank Anderson. I'm not really seeing a good number of our old folks. Sister Minister Linda.
They're all watching online.
Yeah, Minister Linda, who has been gone a long time ago. And I happened to have some opportunities to go to London. My elder brother died and he had young kids. And I left here to go and take care of the family, because we Africans, we adopt our children, not like the American way. We have to give them whatever they need, because the government doesn't pay us. Instead, we pay the government for adopting those children. So I had to leave and go and take care of them. And when I came back, I thought of my old church. I haven't really seen a lot of members. All of you are new.
They are all still here. They're just, because of the coronavirus, they're trying to be safe.
This used to be a family. I can assure you it was a family. We enjoyed, we went downstairs. There wasn't any difference. I'm telling you. I worked at the Unity Village in the prayer room when I came. My accent was very stiff. People couldn't understand me.
We still can.
But finally, thank God I was able to adapt to American way. Now I have a little bit of a British and French accent. So I just want to assure all of you that this is a family. If there are new people here, please adopt yourself. This one with the virus, God takes care of us. There's nothing that he cannot take care of us. He brought the virus, he can also take care of it. Yeah. I want to give my services. I am a tree and landscaping guy. The garden, I have green tops. If any of you would like me to come to your house and just help tell you what you can do, it will be free of charge.
Yes.
I can plant anything inside your living room, down the basement, and you can eat it all through the winter. The garden over there is a beautiful one. The bugs are eating everything there, so I'll join whoever.
Julia, she was here and she has left, but
Okay.
we'll put you in connection with her.
Yeah, I'll work with her so that we can keep away
Yes.
the bugs. Then the last but the least thing is, Pastor, I'm asking you if we have young African American children, people between 15 and 20 years of age, I would like to teach them landscaping and buy each of them a lawnmower, a blower, and a weed eater free.
So if you've got a child between the ages of 15 and 20, he will teach them how to landscape and give you a lawnmower, weed eater, at no charge to help your children out. So
The reason is young American children are good, but they don't have parents to teach them how to be men. They don't have uncles to help them. So I want to change the dynamic so that when they get up at 5, pray, go out to work at 6, by the time they come home, they'll be tired and they'll take their behind and stay home. Instead of going down to the plaza, they have something in their pocket. So I just want to thank you all. Thank you, Pastor.
Thank you.
There was a bouquet of flowers. I thought that they were going to put it here to dress the children.
bouquet of flowers. They're out there.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, we're going a little long today, but you know what? It's all good. It's all God. It's all what it's supposed to be. But before you leave today, I want to do the prayer for protection. So the words are on the screen if you don't know them. If you do, please say them with me. And we're going to do the extended version. The light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. The presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever we are, God is. I am divine. Let's say that last sentence over. Wherever we are, God is. I am divine. And peace spread over the land, and that happens when we become the peace on earth. So let there be peace on earth. I'm going to try that again. If you know the words, feel free to sing along. We appreciate you coming today. Go out and be blessed and change lives.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Blessings, blessing, blessings. Go out and be a blessing to your world and be a blessing to yourself as well. God bless. We'll see you next Sunday. Our musician next Sunday is going to be... Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. If you have an offering, you can drop it in a basket on the way out of the church.